Welcome back, everyone. Today we will be discussing the Off White Converse. Yes, you heard me right. Specifically, we will be discussing some release info, how to cop, and of course, some resale predictions at the end of the video. The Off White Converse will be restocking on March 30th. These actually initially released back in October 2018, so it's certainly very unique to now be seeing these restock over 2 years later. Retail will still be $130, although I can't say the same for Farfetch's website if they do restock them there. I don't have total stock on this restock, but I can say that the total stock loaded on Converse Europe is just over 4,000 pairs. And honestly, for Off-White, a restock nonetheless, that's really not too terrible for just Converse's site alone. You know, it could have been worse. Definitely still going to be extremely difficult though. They're already loaded on some Asia domains as well, like Korea. I actually think Australia may have them loaded too, but we'll discuss more of that soon. Regarding resale, we will cover that towards the end of the video, as always. And of course, it's looking great. With the release info out of the way though, let's jump into how to cop these Off-White Converse. Kicking it off, these are confirmed to be restocking on Converse. First of all, as mentioned before, Europe has already loaded 4,000 stock on the website, which definitely could be worse, like I was saying earlier. Certainly, it won't be an easy cop, unfortunately, but you definitely will at least have a chance. The early link is already loaded, and you can actually make one yourself just by typing in the domain /UK/EN/regular/ any random character in between right here, / the product stock keeping unit.html. You could then make a bookmark of that and click that at 10 a.m. CET, or you can wait for personals for you or more sneakers to tweet out when it does go live. Make sure that you do make an account beforehand, add in your personal information, and of course, try to check out as fast as possible. The rest of it is pretty self-explanatory. It will be live at 10 a.m. CET for Converse Europe. Now, as for the other regions, it's the same process. It's 10 a.m. local time for whatever region you're going for, depending on where you live, of course, whether that's Korea or Australia, etc. Now, as for US, the link is still loaded, but that could just be from the 2018 drop, of course. And as for the page itself, unfortunately, it's not loaded. But you can make the early link still just by going to converse.com/shop/p/ put any random character right here / the product stock keeping unit.html. For reference, the product stock keeping unit is 163862C. So it hasn't loaded yet. That's obviously not great news for the US, but hopefully they do load soon, or perhaps even a surprise load at 10 a.m. Eastern time. So regardless, even if they don't load up until the 30th, I highly suggest that you refresh the link, or at least go to the Converse page, or at least watch out for tweets coming from me when it does come to 10 a.m. Eastern time on the 30th, because it's very likely that they might not load early at all, and they might just load them last minute. Other than Converse though, there is also a strong possibility that the Off-White website may actually restock these two across all regions. Either that, or they may just drop them on Farfetch for over StockX price as usual, unfortunately. Fucking Farfetch, man. I do think that there's a chance that they may drop them on Off-White for retail, and they also did post a picture, which they later deleted. I don't understand why, in which every single model was wearing the 2018 Off-White Converse, so that definitely is a little intriguing, and, you know, it does make me suspicious that maybe Off-White will end up dropping these, or at least hopefully a little bit of stock. That would be nice. If they do end up dropping, it will likely be at 10 a.m. CET. That would be at 4 a.m. Eastern time. Currently, that's 5 a.m., but the Europe clocks will be changing on the 28th, I believe it is. So right now, we do have that extra hour difference, but by the 30th, it should be 4 a.m. Eastern time. Expect the site to absolutely die if they do drop. Bots will definitely take the vast majority of the stock, if not all stock. Manual isn't impossible, at least from past releases. I do still see some manual success, unlike foot sites where I still hardly see any. Either way, it's an awful experience. Trust me, even if you're botting, you're going to waste a ton of data on proxy. Honestly, don't recommend going manual if you're on US time, unless you're a usual night owl or just wake up super early, because you're really just going to lose a lot of sleep, and it's going to be a fruitless endeavor for the most part, especially if they don't even drop, because like I said, the Off-White drop is not confirmed as of now. When it does go live, I will tweet out on personals for you, or Keith Adam 10 when it does go live, so make sure you are following on there. As of right now, there's no word of any boutiques receiving any of these restocked pairs, even though, of course, they did receive them for the initial drop. But if I do start seeing any raffles come up, or any posts for first come, first serves, of course, I will update you guys on Twitter. In terms of resale, this one should be pretty obvious. The demand on these is absolutely insane. Stock on this restock is still very, very low. I really don't think think the current market will take too big of a hit, at least long term. Might not see any difference at all. Expect these to be very profitable with an incredible margin, obviously full throttle, and in fact, I'd even suggest going for these for reshipping if you do want to go for these on Converse or vice versa if you're in a different region. They're definitely worth the reshipping cost. It's definitely worth the hassle of doing so. The profit on these and the margin on these is absolutely incredible. But anyway, that'll conclude it for today. Feel free to leave a like if you enjoyed or you perhaps learned a thing or two. Subscribe and enable post notifications just to stay 100% updated on all hyped releases. Also, feel free to check out the links in the description below for reliable, fast, residential proxies and pre-verified Nike sneakers accounts. And of course, be sure to follow Endurance's Twitter for updates and potential restocks or free keys. Last but not least, make sure to follow Keith Adam 10 and Personals for you so you guys stay updated on all urgent info like I was discussing today. With that though, I'll see you guys later. Have a fantastic rest of your day and good luck on this drop.
Why you hurting me with your foot? Can't you find somewhere else to keep it put? Get it off my foot. Ah. Mom always told me not to play.